Hello and welcome to this business presentation. In this business presentation, I'm going to introduce you to a company called PLCU Ultima, and a company which has been established now for more than 7 years, since 2016. And we're showing people how to generate what is completely passive income from the cryptocurrency market. And most importantly, how to be generating cryptocurrency in a form that is 100% stable. So the problem that many people have experienced with crypto is its volatility, but we're going to show you during the course of this presentation how you can be generating and producing coins literally on your smartphone or on a tablet or even directly from your account, where these coins have a fixed value. So what that means is if you generate perhaps $1,000 worth of coins this month, they're going to have $1,000 worth of value next month, and that's obviously important. Now, in addition to that, I'm also going to give you details of our very exciting pre-launch, and that is a pre-launch talking about a new token that we're launching at the end of this month. So for those people who want to get started as quickly as possible, you'll be able to benefit from producing not only these coins which have a fixed value starting at the end of this month, but you'll also be able to produce this new token which launches at the end of this month also. So let me share my screen. I'm going to take you through a simple presentation, and the idea of this is it gives you the necessary information to move forward. So this is the company we're talking about, a company called PLCU Ultima. And first of all, though, I'm going to take you through a simple income disclaimer, because I'm not providing financial advice. For your information, I used to be a qualified financial advisor in the UK before I moved out to Spain 24 years ago. And I've also been a financial advisor working in Abu Dhabi in the Middle East, which is about an hour's drive away from Dubai. So obviously that was recommending what we call regulated products to people who save for the medium to the long term, perhaps in the way of a pension or something similar like that. But this, what we're talking about with cryptocurrency, is completely unregulated. It's a relatively new industry. It's currently worth over $1 trillion. And I'm not here to give financial advice. I'm just here to explain what's my personal experience and to provide you with the information that you can consider and make a business decision moving forward, especially if you think it's going to be advantageous. So with that being said, we are talking about digital currencies, or some people will call them cryptocurrencies. And we're in a very exciting time right now. I would say most people perhaps have some kind of opinion about cryptocurrency, but the reality is most people, the majority of people, have got absolutely no personal experience. They don't own any, they have no crypto account, but they just have an opinion. So my advice, first of all, if I can give advice, is don't listen to people who have an opinion, but do listen to those people who've got experience. Now, with me personally, I bought my first Bitcoin over 10 years ago now, when the value of Bitcoin was less than $250 a coin. So in that period of time, I've seen lots of changes. I've also seen lots of companies appear in the marketplace promising all kinds of returns, perhaps from mining, from trading, perhaps from arbitrage. But the reality is 95% of people that have had any involvement whatsoever in cryptocurrency have actually lost money, unfortunately. And I'm here to show you how you can join the 5% of people who typically are making money. Now, with that being said, the major financial institutions, people like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and all the major banking institutions around the world now are typically putting more and more of their assets into the cryptocurrency markets because they're generating more returns for their investors and for their shareholders. And the reason for that is because all these financial institutions, they typically employ highly experienced professional traders, and they trade these cryptocurrencies on the open market. And the reason they make so much money from crypto is because these markets are very volatile. if you know anything about trading, then you'll know that volatility is the key to making money, because as the markets move up or down, these traders know exactly when to enter the market, exactly when to exit the market, and typically make a profit every time they do so. But if you're not a professional trader, then obviously that's not going to be relevant to you, because you want to make passive income. You don't want to be involved in trading, because most people typically lose money with trading. And even with holding these cryptocurrencies, people typically lose money as well, because what they typically do is they're very happy when the value of the crypto is going up in value. But what happens when it goes down in value? They quickly become nervous, they quickly lose their confidence, and they ultimately end up selling the crypto for a price lower than what they bought it for. So with that being said, you've got the people who are holding it and selling it for lower than what they paid for. Those people typically lose money. You've got the people who've been involved in all types of crypto opportunities or schemes or even scams, some people would call them, that have appeared on the market and disappeared. But we're talking about a company here which is very, very different to that, because this is now the world's largest, longest established and most successful crypto and networking company. That's right, it's a networking company. If you know anything about networking, you'll know that networking involves word of mouth advertising. Okay, so we don't have to be involved in networking. It's completely optional. But if we are involved with networking, we do get paid for helping to expand the community. And that's very important in the eyes of the company, because they know that these coins only have a value if they have a community supporting those coins. So our responsibility, if we choose to, that is to help expand the community. And in so doing, it's going to create demand for these coins and also increase the future value. But this is what's described as the biggest transfer of wealth in history. So talking about the company again, as I say, it's been established 7 years, since 2016. We've now got over 2 million members around the world, got over 11 blockchain-related projects, 4 offices around the world, including our head office based in Dubai. And I recently came back from Dubai, literally about 2 weeks ago now, where I had the chance to attend the global convention, which was held at the Atlantis Hotel on the Palm in Dubai. There was more than 2,000 people attending that convention from South America, from throughout all the different countries in Africa, from Europe, from Africa, from India, from Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Korea, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, from literally all over the world. They attended this convention. And I also had a chance to attend to visit the head office that we have in Dubai. It occupies 3 floors on one of the modern tower buildings in the major business district of Dubai. It has panoramic views right across Dubai. And the company invite people to visit the office at any time, perhaps with an appointment to meet some of the leaders, or at any time. They have an open door policy that you're welcome at any. In fact, if you choose to, you can even make yourself comfortable and literally work from the office, because what could be better than explaining our business to business people in the area and inviting them back to our head office, where they can meet some of our top leaders and get their questions answered. So this is the owner of the company, an individual called Alex Reinhardt. He's actually been quoted as one of the 10 most influential individuals in the cryptocurrency industry. He's a successful venture capitalist, and he has a big vision for this company to be turning over €1 billion a month, and also to have a global community of more than 100 million members. So I see this company, based on what I've experienced so far, I see this as the next Amazon. I see it as the next Facebook or the next Apple. Now, you imagine what Facebook did to social media. Imagine what Apple did to mobile communication. Well, that's what this company are doing in terms of the cryptocurrency market. They're revolutionizing the way that we think about sending and receiving money. They are leaders in the marketplace, and they are literally dominating the market right now with a huge vision. And not only that, but they have a 7-year proven track record and incredibly successful at the same time. So this was our turnover last year, and bearing in mind that this company is a company of technology, they sell technology in the form of a license. So if you'd like to produce these coins of value, then first of all, you have to buy a license to do so. And we've got obviously licenses to suit all pockets, depending on how much you would like to speculate. But the more expensive the license, the more these coins. Okay, so that's how it works. And last year, between January and October, the company turnover was over €1 billion. And the company was actually paying out 70% commission to all our community to help develop the global community. So literally over €700 million was paid out to our community. That's now since been increased, and it's now 81%. So therefore, for every €1 billion that the company generate, it will be paying out 810 million to the community. That explains why many of our networkers are very, very successful. They become literally multimillionaires very, very quickly, and that the opportunity gets bigger and better day by day. So as you can see here in the bottom left-hand corner, the ultimate goal is to be generating €1 billion of revenue every single month. And once we achieve that goal, it will make this company the largest and most successful networking company in history. So this is what we call our ecosystem. It's a range of products and services, all based on the blockchain. And we've just recently launched a new, what we call smart blockchain. So all these different projects and services have now been transferred to what we call the smart blockchain. And this is the ultimate blockchain that currently exists. It's the most modern, it's the most sophisticated, it's the fastest, and it's also very much in demand by other companies who want to launch their projects, their tokens, etc., on this new smart blockchain. So this new smart blockchain, which we've launched, is called Smart Blockchain, and we have what we call a mother coin called Smartcoin. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about that in a few moments, but let me just point out that all our members qualify to receive a MasterCard. This is a debit card with a fully functional online bank account. We've got an online e-commerce website, including crowdfunding. We've got a travel platform. We've got a 100% cashback program, and we've just recently launched our own crypto/fiat internal exchange, a little bit like Binance. And you'll know that these crypto exchanges are incredibly profitable. So we've got all these different projects launched on our own smart blockchain, but I want to talk at the moment about this thing called PLCUX minting. So with PLCUX minting, we're actually producing our own coins, and these coins have a fixed value. So we can download these two applications. One is called a wallet, one is called a minting farm, and we download these two applications to our smartphone or to our tablet. If we choose, we can actually produce these coins straight from our account without having to download any applications, which makes things a lot simpler and much more quicker, of course. So these are the 3 steps, just 3 simple steps. First of all, you're going to acquire these coins called PLCUX. You then go to buy the minter, and then you're going to receive these coins literally on a monthly basis, because your account is going to be connected by means of a smart contract, which I'll show you in just a few moments what it looks like. But you're going to be receiving these PLCUX coins every single month. So you're going to be literally producing coins rather than just buying coins, because that's typically what happens on the cryptocurrency market. People buy coins, they hold them, and then, as I was saying, they ultimately typically sell them when they go down in value. But most people who made most of their income in the cryptocurrency market were those people who were literally mining for cryptocurrency, mining for Bitcoin, for example, or mining for Ethereum. But we're now actually producing these coins literally on our phone or on our tablet. So it's literally the latest technology. And we do have an element of risk, but there's a huge potential reward as well. But in terms of risk, we've actually eliminated really most of the risk, because the biggest risk in crypto is the risk of volatility. But because you're producing a coin which has a fixed value, then we don't have to worry at all about the problem of volatility. Even when the cryptocurrency market is going down in value, which it did for most of last year, then our coin always remains the same fixed value of $100,000. That doesn't mean to say that you've got to speculate $100,000, because the great thing about crypto is you can buy a fraction of a coin. You can buy 0.1, you can buy 0.001, or you can buy 0.0001. You can really decide how little or how much you want to purchase. And the good thing is all of those coins will always have a fixed value. And what you can also do is you can do exactly what I've been doing since I started in October of last year, and that is you can be compounding your monthly profits by reintroducing those coins back into your farm to produce more coins the next month. So those are the two wallets that we're talking about, sorry, the two applications, the wallet and the farm, and you can typically download those from either the Apple Store or the Google Store. But most people now are minting with what we call DBX minting, which is called dashboard minting for the X, or dashboard minting for the PLCUX. And this means that we don't have to do anything technical. We don't have to download any applications. All we have to do is register a free account using the referral link that has been provided by our introducer. They will provide you with their personal referral link. So that's free to register an account. Once you've got your free account, then you can purchase the minting license, and that takes literally 2 or 3 minutes. And once you've purchased that minting license, then you can buy what we call farming units. And those farming units, once you've purchased them, then those become activated straight away, and you then start producing these PLCUX coins on a monthly basis. So these are the different minting licenses. So you can see they go all the way from 110 euros all the way up to 550,000 euros. And for those people who choose to buy at least the basic minting license costing 1,100, these licenses come with the benefit of a free MasterCard. And this applies up until the end of March 2023. From the 1st of April onwards, these cards will have to be purchased. So that's an added incentive to buy at least the basic minter. But also, we've also got a special offer on right now, because at the end of this month, the new Ultima token is introduced. So literally, we are in the last 8 days where you'll be able to buy these minting licenses, minting for this PLCUX. And what you'll be able to do with those coins when you produce them, you'll be able to swap them into the new Smartcoin. Now, just imagine if you can deposit into your wallet or into your minting farm $1,000 worth of PLCUX, because you'll see on the basic minter costing 1,100 that the maximum load is 0.01 PLCUX, because the difference between a cheap minting license and one of the more expensive minting licenses is just the fact that you can deposit more PLCUX into the more expensive minters. The more you deposit into those minters, of course, the more you're going to produce on a monthly basis. So what we've got right now for the next few days is we've got the opportunity for you to deposit up to 300% the normal maximum load. So where you would normally be able to deposit 0.01, which is $1,000 worth of PLCUX, you'll now be able to deposit up to $3,000, which is 0.03 PLCUX. That's going to reduce in a few days' time down to 200%, which means instead of being able to deposit 3,000, you'll be able to deposit 2,000. And eventually, at the end of this month, these minting licenses will disappear, not to be seen again. So what you'll be able to do once you buy these minting licenses, you're going to be able to produce 5.5 times what you deposit into your minting farm. Okay, so the question is, would you rather buy crypto and sit on it and hope that it goes up in value? Or would you like to buy the crypto and watch the minting technology multiply the quantity of coins that you own by 5.5? Because that's exactly what it does. And of course, it means that you're going to have more coins than you would do normally. And even if the coins go down, which they don't, because these have a fixed value, the fact you've got more coins gives you more financial security as well. So that's why these licenses are very, very popular, because they're going to produce 5.5 times what you put into your minting farm. And secondly, they have a fixed value as well. So those are the 3 steps. Again, register your account, buy the license, and then download the applications. Or better still, just opt for the DBX minting, where you're going to start producing these coins directly from your account without having to download anything whatsoever. So literally, we're talking about a world of opportunity. We've got the cashback program, we've got the debit card, which incidentally, the debit card comes with a fully online bank account. And this online bank account is also regulated by the FCA in London, in the UK. And what this means, be able to deposit fiat currency into your online bank account. You can convert it into a choice of different cryptocurrencies, and also, of course, your income that you're getting paid, you can actually transfer that income onto your debit card. So that's fantastic for many people who might be in Africa or India or Pakistan. So I'm told that many people over there don't have access to a bank account at the moment. They don't have access to a debit card, but this card is distributed throughout the world. And not only that, but this debit card has a daily spending limit of 15,000 euros. We've also got the travel platform. We've got financial education, and that's obviously priceless. We've got leadership coaching, and we've got the community, which is here to help you become successful. Whether you want to be a networker and help to build this community, or whether you want to be completely passive and be generating income on a passive basis. That completes this part of the presentation. I'm now going to take you to this slide here, because with all the coins that you're going to be producing in PLCUX, and you're going to be producing 5.5 times what you've deposited, then you can swap all those coins into this new smart coin on our new smart blockchain. So think of that as Ethereum. If you know anything about cryptocurrency, you'll know that Ethereum currently has a value of around about $15. I was checking today that BNB, which is the mother coin for Binance, has a value of something like $320. But you're going to be able to acquire that coin, smart coin, at just 10 cents. And the only people that can acquire that coin at 10 cents are those people who've previously been producing PLCUX. So not only are you going to multiply your deposit by 5.5 times, but you'll be able to deposit all those coins and swap them into this new smart coin, and watch that become more and more valuable as the smart blockchain becomes more and more popular. And these are some of the projects and services that will be launched on this smart blockchain. And in addition to which, this company believes that we'll be the first company to have complete regulation and a license to offer what we call tokenization. I'm not going to go into detail of what tokenization is, but it's going to revolutionize the way that people conduct transactions both online and offline. And these are all the different projects and services which are going to be launched on this smart blockchain. So moving forward, we believe that this coin itself will also become very, very valuable. So imagine you're multiplying your coins by producing your own PLCUX. You're then going to be swapping those coins into Smartcoin. And if you do that, then you won't be able to cash those coins immediately, because what's going to happen is those smart coins will be paid to you at the rate of 1% the first year, 2% the second year, and 97% the third year. So this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a scam. It's a legitimate business where you can make a considerable income, provided you have a medium to long-term plan. And I'm talking about literally 3 to 4 years is all you need to be able to think in terms of to be able to maximize the opportunity when it comes to seeing the value of your crypto appreciate. Now, this is the next thing I'm talking about, and this is the new token, which we're going to be launching on the 30th of this month, the 30th of March, that is. So let me just recap. We've talked about producing your own PLCUX coins. We've talked about you swapping those coins into the new Smartcoin and watching that appreciating value over the next 3 years. But also, you'll be able to produce your own Ultima tokens, and this launches on the 30th of March also. Now, before I talk about the Ultima token, let me talk about something called the Ultima coin, which was launched in December 2021. Well, it was launched in December 2021 at the value of just 10 cents. And in the first day, the company generated $80 million of revenue in sales of this new coin. And more importantly, it rose in value from just 10 cents all the way up to $102,000 in the following 3 or 4 months. So people became extremely wealthy in literally 3 or 4 months. And subsequently, what happened then is people started selling the coin and the value started falling again. Now, what we're going to be doing right now with the new Ultima token is having the same, what we call the same tokenomics. So the tokenomics mean, what is the value of this token when it launches? Well, it's going to be 10 cents. The same as the Ultima coin was when that launched. That launched at 10 cents also. The initial supply on the coin was 20,000, and the initial supply on the token will be 20,000. The maximum supply on the coin was 11 million, and the maximum supply on the token will be 11 million. And you can see this token is going to be completely decentralized, but of course, in terms of demand, we've got a far greater demand today than what we did have back in December of 2021. Because in December 21, when the Ultima coin was launched, we had around about 800,000 members. Today, we've got more than 2 million members. So we've got greater demand than what we did have when we launched the coin. So I'm sure many people would like to turn the clock back and be in a position where they could have acquired that coin at 10 cents, a bit like they could have acquired Bitcoin at 10 cents had they known about Bitcoin. Well, now we have the same opportunity with this token to be in at the ground floor when it launches on the 30th of this month at the same initial price of 10 cents. Of course, this Ultima token is now launched on our own smart blockchain, which has all those projects and services that we were talking about. And so these are the projects and services that we're talking about. And let me just recap on what we've been saying. So much of this applies to producing the PLCUX coin. But of course, what you can do is you can choose to buy the minting license producing PLCUX. You can then, of course, swap that into the Smartcoin over the following next 3 years and be getting paid every single month. And in addition to that, you can also buy a minting license where you'll be producing this Ultima token. And you'll be able to do that from the end of this month. But what this slide shows is the difference between you buying an Ultima token and sitting on it, or alternatively, having the same outlay, but producing coins every single month. Because the current minting speed for the Ultima token, when it launches, that is, will be 7.2. What that means is if you was to purchase an Ultima token and put that into your minting farm, at the end of 12 months, you wouldn't just have the one coin, you'd have 2 coins. And the coin that you put in there in the first instance would be frozen for 36 months, meaning in total, you're going to have 8.2 tokens as opposed to just the one. Because if you was to buy a token, for let's say you got in at, let's say, $5,000. Let's say the value didn't rise any higher than 5,000, then obviously you haven't made any profit. If it did rise up to 100,000, you've made 95,000 profit, which is fantastic. But if during the volatility you decided to sell it when it dropped down 2,500, then of course you've lost 2,500. So rather than speculating, owning crypto and owning the token and just hoping that it's going to go up in value and you're going to eventually create a profit, you're far better just buying a minting license and producing your own coins over the following 12 months. Because as you can see, ultimately, you're going to have 8.2 times the number of coins that you would have if you just simply bought them. So this is what we're saying. You can now become your own producer of coins, and it's very fast and it's very simple. And of course, businesses need a simple method to grow quickly, and that's what we've now got. We've eliminated the complication. People only have to download the applications if they choose to. If they want to keep it as simple as possible, they register that free account, they purchase a minting license, they purchase what we call a farming unit, and then they start producing those coins automatically every single month by smart contract. So it's totally secure, it's extremely quick, and it allows for fast duplication as well. So that really is all I want to show you, apart from a reminder that in the first year, you're going to generate 7.2 times the number of coins that you put into your wallet. So with the coin that you're going to get refunded after 36 months, that means 8.2 times. In the second year, that's going to reduce down to 3.6. So that's 3.6 times the number of coins you put into your wallet. And then the third year, you'll be getting 1.8 times, plus a refund of your coin, making 2.8 times. So at the end of 3 years, there will be no more minting of the Ultima token. And what we've been told by the company as well is that the company will not be producing any more tokens, any more coins. These are the last tokens and the last coins that will be made available. So this is a limited opportunity. What we'll be doing after this is we'll be focusing on the cashback program, the travel program, and all the other projects and services. But if you want to make money from crypto, this is a limited opportunity right now that's going to disappear at the end of this month. So the PLCUX will disappear at the end of March, and after 3 years, there'll be no more minting of the Ultima token either. But we believe that the Ultima token is going to go way up to $100,000 and beyond, and now is your time to start producing this token and seeing it produced at just 10 cents a coin. So there's no guarantee that you'll get in at 10 cents. Last time, most of the people got in at something like 5,000, but bearing in mind, it did go up to 100,000. So they saw a fantastic multiplication on what their initial outlay was. So that explains all of that. As you can see, there's there's multiple ways where you can multiply your capital, starting with PLCUX, swapping it into the smart coin, and then if you choose to, buying a minting license, minting for the Ultima token at the end of this month as well. And I just want to show my account here. This has got my name across the top here. You'll see that it gives you an indication of my minting farm, and it tells me that my maximum load has been reached. I've now got 0.34133333 PLCUX in my minting farm, which is just over $34,000 worth of PLCUX. So if you multiply that by 60%, that tells you what I'm generating in terms of free coins every single month. And those free coins which I'm generating, I'll be swapping all of those into the new smart coin when it launches at the end of this month. So I'm recommending that you do the same. And the reason being is because the only people that can acquire the smart coin at 10 cents are those people who are holding our existing coins. Now you'll see if I go to license keys, these are all the different licenses that I've purchased. So as you can see, people don't just typically buy one license, they buy more than one. I bought my first license on the 30th of September. I bought another one on the 14th of October, another one a month later on the 14th of November, all for 1,100. And then on the 29th of November 2022, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all for 1,100 and one for 5,500. So you can see I've been buying lots of different minting licenses. And the reason being is every time you buy a minting license, and there's no maximum, you can buy as many as you can afford and as many as you choose to, the more minting licenses that you purchase, the more coins you're going to be producing every single month. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you very quickly my minting farm on my tablet, and you'll see more or less what it's going to look like once you start producing your own coins. So let me show you my screen right now on my tablet. Just give it 1 second. Okay, so this is the application on my tablet, but if you choose to do the DBX minting, then obviously you won't require these applications, but it's the same principle, whatever. So inside my application, you can see that I'm minting for something called PLCUC. And in terms of my balances down here, I've got 0.033 PLCUC, but I've also got 0.177 in PLCUX, because that's exactly where those coins get deposited when I produce those coins on a monthly basis. So in terms of dollars, I've got around about $17,753 worth of PLCUX. If I click on this icon, these are all my smart contracts. So a smart contract is when you purchased your minting license, you've made your deposit, and when you make your deposit into your minting farm, it automatically creates a smart contract. So my smart contract, the first smart contract that I created, was on the 14th of October, and you can see the amount that I froze was 0.01515 PLCUX. So remembering that PLCUX has a fixed value of 100,000, if you multiply that by 100,000, it means that I deposited $1,515 of PLCUX, but on the 14th of November, literally a month later, I got paid 0.00909, which represents 60% of what I deposited. So you can see I'm producing $909 worth of PLCUX every single month. I got paid in November, I got paid in December, January, February, and March. Even whilst I was away in Dubai, I was still getting paid. In fact, if you decided you want to stop this production of PLCUX, it would be impossible even if you wanted to, because once you activate that smart contract is going to be paying you those coins every single month for a complete 12 months. And that's how a smart contract works. And it tells you precisely the date you're going to get paid, the hour, the minutes, and even the second that you're going to get paid. So it's predictable income at its finest. So these are all my smart contracts. Every time I made a deposit, it created a new smart contract. And the great thing about this is I've now got 23 smart contracts. So what does that mean? It means that I'm now getting paid 23 times every single month. And all of that, I'm going to continue to be getting paid up until January of next year, when all my smart contracts terminate. Now, all of that income between now and next January, I'll be swapping into those smart coins, don't forget. And you'll be able to do the same thing. So if you buy the minting license this month before this opportunity disappears, then you'll be producing PLCUX just like I am, and then you'll be able to swap your PLCUX, like I'm going to be doing, into this smart coin when it becomes available at the end of this month. I'm also, of course, going to be planning to buy a new minting license, minting for the Ultima token. And in addition to all of this, I'm also helping to expand the community, because I'm sharing my experience, I'm sharing my knowledge with new people who want to generate passive income, who want to be involved in the cryptocurrency market, but don't know exactly how to do so. So let me just recap basically what's happening. The company have been established now for 7 years. They've got over 2 million members. They generated sales last year of more than €1 billion. The company are paying out 81% of all their revenue every single month. And if you choose to share this business with new people, every time they buy a license, you're going to get paid. You get paid in USDT, and you can withdraw that immediately to either your MasterCard, or you can withdraw it to an external wallet, and that's absolutely fantastic. If you choose to, you can convert that USDT into PLCUX and put it back into your minting farm. So there are lots of things that you can do. But what the company really want to do is they want to focus on building a community, a global community of 100 million members. So as I mentioned, the strategy with crypto is to have a medium to long-term approach, because if you swap your PLCUX into the Smartcoin, you're only going to be getting paid 1% the first year, 2% the second year, and the bulk of that profit is going to come in on the third year when you get 97%. The 97%, by the way, is divided equally between the 12 months of the year. So it's 1% the first year divided by 12, 2% the second year divided by 12, and 97% the third year divided by 12. So you're not going to get rich immediately from crypto, because you've got to wait at least 3 years before the big money starts coming in. And of course, we're in the anticipation that the value of Smartcoin is going to rise substantially, which is going to be fantastic. And we also believe that the value of Ultima Token as well will also rise substantially. So if you do a little bit of both, if you build a community and build a community over the next 3 years, then by the time your big profits are coming in from owning this crypto, you will have also built a substantial network. And every time members in your community buy these licenses or other projects or other services that we are providing, then you're going to be getting paid. So it's a question of doing both, really, in my opinion, building a community, earning those immediate commissions, and in 3 years' time, when you start generating the big profits from crypto, your community will be well and truly established. We've got people in the community that have got tens of thousands of people in their community, and every time they buy a minting license, they get paid. So really that concludes this presentation. I think we've concluded that in less than 50 minutes. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll leave the details in the description box. And if you haven't yet registered a free account, I would highly recommend that you do so. But do come along to our training sessions. Do join our meetings in the future, because we're here to answer all your questions. And we all had the same questions when we first saw this presentation. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on our future Zoom meetings.